Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to talk about telling time to the 5 minutes. Now, the other day we worked on we worked on telling time to the quarter hour, which I think is a really hard skill. And you have to remember, boys and girls, that each time that you practice telling time with your clock, with an analog clock, you're going to get better. It's not going to be very easy to just start right at the beginning and be like this expert at it. You're going to have to keep telling time and keep practicing. All right. So today we're going to start with telling time to the 5 minutes. And we've talked about this analog clock and that it has all of these numbers on here, kind of just like a number line, where you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. Now, today we're going to talk about 5 minutes. And each of these big numbers has a hidden little number inside of it. So the hidden little number inside of it is a 5 number. So telling time by fives. So if I go here, the 12 we know is always o'clock, right? We know that from first grade and from what we've done so far. So now if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there are 5 minutes in between here. So this is going to be with the minute hand. So when the minute hand moves, this is going to be O5. So if I did 5, what do you think this one's going to be? Anybody have any ideas? I hope you said 10. And we know this one from the other day. This one is 15. The 3 is 15. 4 is 20. 5 is 25. 6 is 30. 7 is 35. When you look at the 8 with the minute hand, that's 40. With the 9, it's 45. With the 10, it's 50. Anyone know what the 11 might be? It's 55. I hope you got that one right. So if you look, each of these numbers here all have two meanings. That's why we have two different hands. So the meaning of the big number, when you look at it first, it should be for the hour. I always start with the hour because I think that's the easiest for me. Is that what you have to do? I don't think so, but that's what's easiest for me. So when I look at the clock, I always look for the hour hand first, then I look for the minute. So these are all of our minutes. Okay, so if the minute hand is pointing to one of these, that means you have to look at the minutes. Now, I wish a real clock had these on it too, but whoever invented the clock or telling time, I'm not sure. That's something I probably should ask Alexa. Whoever invented that didn't put these numbers on it either. They just had to use their brain and know that if I'm looking at the minute hand, I have to use the minutes, the counting by fives. And if I'm looking at that using the hour hand, I actually look at the numbers that are on the clock. So let's take a look at. Oh, I have a little visitor here. Hi, Beckham. Baby Beckham is at my house, so he's helping me with recording today. So if you hear him, sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to look at 5 minutes on this clock. So you tell me what time it is. I'm going to make a clock go around and you tell me what time it is. And then we're going to check with the digital clock. I hope you got it right. It was 11 o'clock. All right, I'm going to do another one. What time is it now? Look at the hour hand and the minute hand. If you said 1:30, you were right. Let's take a look here. What about this one? Remember, if you need to take a little bit longer, you can always pause me and try to figure it out. So remember, we're looking at the hour hand first. Have we made it to the 5 yet? The answer is no. So we're still in the 4 o'clock hour. This is all the 4 o'clock hour. So I'm in 4 o'clock and we're going to the 9. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So if you said 4:45, you are correct. All right, let's try another one. Let's try this one. Ooh, that's a toughie. I think maybe you'll get it. Maybe you think it's easy. First, look at the hour hand. What hour are we in? And then look at the minute hand and do your 5s. 5, 10. So it should be 6 because we're in the 6 o'clock hour and we're 10 minutes after 6 o'clock. 5, 10. All right, let's try 2 more. Let's do this one. Oh, I can't do that one because it had the digital clock on it. Let's do this one. What hour are we in? Remember, the hour hand is the small hand. So if we're in the 10 o'clock hour, now we need to do the minute hand. So let's start up here at the 12. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So if you said 10:35, you are correct. Let's do one more. Okay. Well, these are the tricky ones. When the minute hand is on this side of the clock over here, and the 9 and the 10 and the 11, it can be kind of tricky. So it's important for you to make sure that you see what hour the hour hand is in. So if the hour hand is in the 1 o'clock hour, see, it hasn't hit 2 o'clock yet. It hasn't hit 2 o'clock. So we're looking at the 1 right here. So it's in the 1 o'clock hour. And then we need to go for our minute hands. We have to count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So if you said 150, you are correct. Now, I want to teach you a little trick that some of you might be able to use right away. Sometimes it takes a long time to do counting all of the 5s all around the clock. And if you do that, that's perfectly fine. That's not a big deal at all. But if you want to take a little cheating, don't tell anybody because it's cheat. All right. If the minute hand is on this side of the clock, we could start with the 30 because we know the 6 is 30, right? So if I was taking this time, let's go with this one. Instead of me saying, okay, what hour? I'm going to say, what hour are we in first? The 3 o'clock hour, because I haven't got to 4 o'clock yet. It's almost there, but I haven't got there yet. But I'm in the 3 o'clock hour. Instead of me going 5, 10, 15, all the way around the clock, I'm going to start at the 6 and I'm going to say, I know that's 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. So my time should be 3:55. 3:55.